Hey guys, good evening. Happy Wednesday night. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and tonight I'm going to do some live stuff for you. So thanks for saving the time. Thanks for being here, and I got a little pile of things that I want to work on tonight. So I appreciate you being here. Rob, you're first. You get the trophy. What's up, you guys? Good to see everybody. Thanks everybody for being here tonight, man. I got some good stuff to show you. I promise. And we'll get started here in just a minute. And I hope everybody's doing well. Happy spring. Happy spring here to my Michigan people, where we're supposed to get like an inch of snow tonight here. Yeah, right? But I got some cool card stuff picked out tonight, you guys, and I want to show you a couple things. So if any of this stuff looks good to you guys, please feel free to invite anybody to join. I'll probably go for like an hour tonight. But like, I never run out of Star Wars collectors, so I'll try to show you guys. See how nasty it is? I'm going to try to get a Star Wars sticker clean. I like that stuff. So we'll do that. I got card spray over here, so we're going to do that one. Check this out. I bought a box of these. And check that out. Can you guys see, like, look at the circle in the middle of the donut? Got a nice circular dent and a new card. So that's like new. And it has a little bump in the back, so I just figured that's cool. I get pictures like this a lot. Pretty much, you guys, what I'm showing you tonight is a lot of the stuff that you guys share with me during the week. Now, this is where it gets interesting tonight, you guys. So if you Pokemon lovers, collectors, you guys know about this? It's called a rail defect or something. So one of my buddies, Nathan, brought this to my attention, and he sent me a few of these cards. And so they came out of the pack like this. I've never had Pokemon stuff. I guess I was under the illusion that Pokemon stuff always comes out really nice. And then he had like a whole pack of these, and I want to show you. I've been doing some tests on them. So this is the issue they all had. So if you guys run into this, yeah, you know it, man. You know it. Gonna rail that rail. Well, I'm actually trying. I'm working some stuff out, you guys. Like, I believe that this was formed with pressure and heat. So like, usually to get something out, usually you have to use the same thing that, you know, what attracted it will also, you know, like kind of like take care of it. So like, we're going to use a little bit of heat tonight, and I'm going to show you guys that. So like, stay tuned. It should be good. And I'm just what these Wednesday nights are, you guys, is doing some stuff that usually is easy to do, or something that I know how to do, and show my customers, you know, like, hey, you can do this with card polish, or you can do this with card spray or whatever. And then it's other times, you guys, where it's just like freestyling, doing stuff like this, that I'm like, hey, let's try out something new, you know? So, and I appreciate everybody being here tonight, man. Thanks a lot. And what else do we got? And then, you guys, I just had a couple. I like Jordan stuff. You know, all the little different inserts and cool cards they had. So, like, I thought this one had, like, I found some stuff on the front. Nothing major, but, you know, it'd be cool to get it out of there, you know what I mean? See it in the light? Like, stuff like that. I was going through some stuff. I'm always trying to put together a good show for you guys, so I appreciate everybody that watches. So thanks for being here. And then this one had, like, some stuff on the back. I don't know what it is, but I got a big stack of these Jordan insert cards like this I bought, and this one, it's like a substance on the front and back. So we'll see if we can get rid of it, you know what I mean? And I'll show you guys something too. I got it. I'll show you something. Let me just move a couple things here. Well, you know what? We'll start with a slab tonight. I'll tell you a little story about this slab real quick. Let me take a look here. And you guys, depending on what you guys collect, like if anybody ever needs like best practices or advice, I thought like Daryl asked me a question. Daryl, you can use my card spray or card polish on any chrome style card. And if you guys need a breakdown of do's and don'ts, I got that on my website. So feel free to check it out. And if you guys want to watch me work on cards, my YouTube channel is pretty good. I have a playlist. I have all my stuff stored. So like if you wanted to watch surface cleanups or edge repair or things like that, that's all available. But check this out, you guys. So like, this is not one of my card care projects. This was a personal pickup because I wanted to have, as a Tom Brady collector, I haven't had one of these in a long time. I just like kind of forgot about the chrome, even though it's like one of the most popular ones. But I just, for whatever reason, I haven't owned one of these in a long time. So I got one, and it came in the mail today. And look at this. This came to me like this. I was like, are you serious? Like, you can't wipe it off? This came from Fanatics too. Like, and then look at the back of the slab. Isn't that irritating? Like, this is not a cheap card either. And it's like, I'm like, I opened it up and I was excited to get it. I was like watching the tracking. And then I was like, what the hell's all over the slab? So, and then like, look at this, you guys. Look at the bottom of it. There's like, it's like brown. Freaking irritating. So you guys want to watch it? Let's clean a slab real quick. But I mean, I just figure, why couldn't they put it in a, like, I don't even, peeling stickers off this stuff is annoying too. Like, so there's the, you know, it's graded a long time ago. It's a really nice card. I really like the centering on it. It's awesome, you know, but like, that sucks. So if you guys run into this, just do the normal, like, you know, like we do with cards, a little bit of card spray, a little bit of card polish. We'll usually get whatever you can get off of it. So I'll just run through that real quick if you guys don't mind. Because I was like excited to do show and tell and show you guys like a cool card I got. And then that was all over it. And I'm like, what the hell? You know? So let's do this. I'm going to show you guys this. So yeah, look at these stains like in the bottom of it. It's like something spilled into it, even on this side of it. So I'm going to, since I got a little soak tray going on over here, guys, watch this. We'll, look at that. No doubt. That's off the front of this thing. I'm like, if I'm going to buy these cards at an auction, don't they have like a card butler that works at these auction houses and like butlers our cards? Like, that's off the front of a slab. Like, not even to the cards yet, people. Onto the slabs. But it seriously looks like somebody spilt a Pepsi on it. So I'll give Beckett some credit. It's still not great, man. There's a bunch of scuffs on it. I'm going to card polish it too, so hang tight a second. Card polish works good on plastic stuff. Yeah, you can usually clean up this stuff, you guys, pretty easily. And if you ever have like scratches in a plastic case like this, you could always use like an abrasive, like a car, like an automobile formula, like a Meguiar's Scratch X or something. That's fine on plastic slabs, but you can, the sticky stuff, here's what I'm seeing all over it. There's sticky crap all over this thing. My card polish does great with sticky stuff, so we'll get that out of there. But do this too, you guys. Like and I tell you too, if you're a person that sells at card shows, you know, give your slabs a quick hit if they're old and dirty like this. I was just so surprised it's such a nice card, and I understand that this slab is an old slab and it looks like it was graded a long time ago, but just figured they'd clean it up a little bit for you, you know? Well, I can tell you this, the plastic, or the sticky stuff is off the front. It's getting better. And then I got a little bit on the back, and I'll take care of that. Yeah, it was, look at that, I'll tell you guys what, like this was no crap, look at that. That came off the front of a plastic card slab. So the slab did a good job of protecting the card. So I appreciate the slab in that regard. So good job. But like I was saying, guys, if you get any of this sticky or price tag residues or any of that crap that will land on these slabs throughout the years, even that sticker at the top from the from Fanatics or whatever left a sticky mark up there. Let me get it off. Jeez, nothing like making you work for it. All right, the back looks good. All right, so there's some quick slab care. And yeah, I might have to hit this one with a little bit of like Meguiar's Scratch X to get some of that out of there, that plastic, you know what I mean? But if you guys run into that, that's how you do it. But yeah, because I got some cool Brady stuff, you know, I got some nice ones. But anyways, let's move on, you guys. And now you just remember, take care of your slabs too. So moving on here. I'm actually reading something. Sorry guys, I'm just reading a quick question here. Somebody asked me a question I don't understand. Let me try again. Daryl asked me a question. Can you steam clean your products, or can we not trust the seal? I am not sure what you mean, buddy. If you have a specific question, maybe hit me up. If anybody has a question about a card they're working on or something like that, feel free to direct message me or something like that. I'll always give you a personal answer. So now, like, check this out. When it comes to like this one right here, you guys, the this card right here that I was showing you, I get a lot of collectors that like sticker stuff, and I love sticker stuff. So like Garbage Pail Kids, Fleer basketball stickers, you know, I can never have enough of those. But there's a lot of cool like Star Wars stickers, and my buddy Mike gave me these. So Mike, thank you for these. He gave me a whole collection of these that he personally had in his collection. But when it comes to these, they get a lot of, they just get dirty over the years, you know, and he had these just in a big box. They weren't like protected nicely. But I do get people that love cards and like to like grade them or prep them or clean them or whatever. And I'll get pictures like this and they'll say, you know, does this stuff go away? So I think the only thing I can really do with this is really just soak it and see if it works. So like what we'll do, guys, is we'll soak the card. And this is just in card spray right here. And there's no other way I can, like, this stuff is not wipeable. It's like kind of like molds or something. It's like growing into the card a little bit, you know. So what I want to do is put it in our card spray, and hopefully the card spray can just relax some of those there's no wrinkles, but relax some of those stains out of there, you know. And I'm just going to keep this in here while we do our other projects tonight, but I hold it like this at first to make sure that you know, I just get the whole card saturated and it lays flat. Hey guys, what's going on? And hey, everybody that's here tonight, man, thanks for being here. I'm going to jump into some Pokemon stuff here in a second and talk about heat and using heat, because I get a lot of questions about using heat. And I know because I use a lot of moisture for card care, which is great. You know, I mean, stuff like this, heating this card up wouldn't make the stains go away. But when I get to heat, I want to talk a little bit about Pokemon, because they are plastic and they are rigid. And they get some weird dents in them. Like the one I'm going to show you guys here next is from the factory. What's going on, you guys? And hey, if it's your first time joining the live, man, thanks for being here. Hopefully I can teach you some practical stuff tonight. So we're just going to let this card hang out, and I'm going to put the trap door right on the top of it, all right? So we're just going to keep that one here tonight, and we're going to come back to it. I can't forget, all right? So then moving on here, guys. Next, yeah, see, that's cool. That Springer I picked up 750 Garbage Pail Kids today. You can check it out. I don't got the Billy, but I got I got that one. This was from my collection from being a kid, original owner. And you can soak these cards, you guys, just like I'm doing that one. So I got some cool Garbage Pail stuff coming up. You know, so then next here, you guys, I want to show you something. I want to show you a picture. And then I want to kind of describe some stuff to you. And we're going to look at this is the part where what I'm doing right here, pretty normal. You know, it's something that I can do over and over and get typically good results. And then when it comes time to like do stuff like my next thing I'm going to show you right here. Actually, I want to do this one. I want to try to work on this first. And then we're going to do the Pokemon stuff. But I want to show you a picture. Or actually, I don't even need to show you a picture. I can show you this. And I'm going to show you guys a process that I've been working on with these. That's what I was talking about, using some heat. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you that. But this one that I'm going to get to next, Paul Skeen's Topps card, and this was purchased. I bought a box. I got a box of Chrome and a box of, I don't know, what do you call this? Just standard Topps. I'm not a major modern baseball collector, but I know a lot of my customers are, so I like to be like good with this type of stuff. And these all came really nice. Like I didn't have really any problems with the Topps cards. This was the only one. And you can see it's like a perfect kind of like circle. All right, so while we have our Star Wars cards soaking, I want to start with a plastic plate. I want to get this out here. And I just want to grab a couple things. You guys, pardon me, I'm going to grab a couple. I got to get into my card locker. So if you guys ever see me like working with these big sleeves, they are 4x6 sleeves. They're penny sleeves, but they're marketed as like photograph sleeves. They're 4x6. All right. So let me show you. Like when I see something like this, like a dent like that, like the first thing I think of is, all right, I could do a little light spray on the pads possibly, which we might have to do. But I can also see it a little bit coming out of the back. So what I wanted to do was put the card face down. I like watching the live cleaning while doing some cleanings. That's cool, man. It's like you're totally in the Matrix now. And then I got another question that said, it's from somebody that said, hey, I have a dent on my Alt Art card, my V card. Would the humidifier and the clamps do the trick? Maybe. But if you want to watch like how I work on dents and dings on Pokemon, stick around. You're at the right show. And if you need to watch some like teaching demos of that, on my YouTube page, I have a playlist called TCG, and it will show you how to like work on wrinkles and stuff like that and little indents. All right, so what I'm trying to do, you guys, is get a dent out of the front. I just have to identify it on the back because I wanted to see if I could push it forward. So check this out. I'm just gonna like, I'm looking for my card tool here. So this guy right here. So what I want to do is just, since it was pushed, and it looks like it was coming out the back a little bit, you guys, I just want to see if I can, before having to get it, like, do the pads and plates and all that stuff, it would be cool just to see if I could just get it out simply. Hey, Denver, what's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Trade for some restoration projects. I think that's a cool thing. You guys working on anything good lately? Anybody have any stuff that they're getting into? I've been personally like trying to get a little bit better with Pokemon. I feel like I get a lot of Pokemon questions, so I'm trying my best for TCG and Pokemon crew. Hopefully I got something good for you tonight too. You guys, I'm going to put this one on top. And sometimes I'll just use my plates like this. So you guys, I'll just push and see if I can. Because I like having like, instead of just like being local and like pushing on it, just that little spot, sometimes you can just like, take a more general approach and just kind of push like that. So yeah, 70s basketball is cool. I like all vintage. I've been seeing some of my customers have been showing me some like really cool stickers, like soccer stickers they've been working on from like the 50s and 60s. Not very much results from that move. Let me try one more time. It's just rigid. Even though this card is paper, it's like still rigid. I'm just gonna do a card sandwich on this, you guys, and see if I can pop it up with some moisture. Yeah, we'll get to the Pokemon, you guys. Let's get to the Pokemon stuff. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is important, but I was hoping I could just like gently push it forward, like, because I can still feel a little bump on the back. This must be in there a little bit harder than I thought. Hold on one second. This is a better angle. It is working a little bit. If you don't mind, guys, I'm going to do that a little bit more, and then I'm still going to probably have to put it overnight with some pads and plates. And if you're like, what is it you talking about? I'll show you. Hold on one second. Yeah, not much. So let me show you what to do in a situation like this. And with a chrome card, it won't work, but with a paper card, so like you guys know, like when I'm talking about, like a chrome card has like a plastic hard finish on the front. This paper card, even though it has a shiny finish, it's not a heavy plastic. So even though they're both shiny, this is paper-ish. So like usually you can get the little dents to pop out a little bit better. So let me show you my approach with this. I'm just going to pick up probably something you see me do many times if you're a regular, and if you are, I thank you. And if you're new and you're like, what are you doing here, man? Just going to show you how to get a dent out without messing up your card. Or whatever. I don't even know if that's a dent. I guess it's a dent. It's like a circle. You guys can still see it. It's that thing. I was not successful of manually trying to get it out. But what I am going to do next here, and I want you guys to see, I think watching the spray part is important. So let me show you. So what I want to do is, I don't want to get the card like soaking wet, but I just want to get the front damp. And when it gets damp, it will, most cards that I do this with will just get a little bit softer and lift right back up into place, and it looks great. But you don't want to soak it out, just a little mist. So let me show you. I'm going to do 3, 4. All right, so it looks more wet than it is. It's just lightly damp. But really, guys, that's all I'm going to do with this one for the night, okay? So I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I can't say I'm pretty sure it's going to work, but I would bet on myself on this one that will go away. And I'll bet that all it takes is just probably tonight. It might take another round tomorrow. But let me say hi to you guys if that's cool. Hey, what's going on, you guys? So I'm gonna hold it like this for tonight, and probably by tomorrow, maybe by lunchtime, I'll come on and look at it. I'm like, it's like Christmas when these things are ready. You know, the next day I'll run downstairs, want to open it up right away. But I'm gonna wait till, because it's 10:30 right now my time. I'm gonna wait till probably lunchtime tomorrow to take a look at this. So just, it's like baking cookies. You don't want to keep opening the oven a bunch of times. You want it to just sit and do its thing. Okay, so let's let this sit and do its thing. And I want to show you something cool. All right, so a good part is coming up. All right, so hopefully it's all a good part. But well, let me walk with me for a second. So we're gonna put this down. I'm just putting this on a different part in my office because I need I need the table space is what I'm trying to say. So let me go down my checklist here. Star Wars, soaking. Let's take a look. I just want to take a look at it real quick. Okay, our Star Wars card is still wet, so I can confirm it's still in there. But I'm not going to hurt it. It's just going to stay. I want to soak it as long as I can to try to get those stains and kind of like moldy things out of it. And everybody, greetings, welcome, thanks for being here tonight. So let me go down my checklist. Star Wars, we got it. Paul Skeens. I couldn't get it out by hand, so I got it between the pads and plates. Now, Pokemon. This is a good part, all right? Let me show you this part. Even if you don't like Pokemon or collect them, the card care part is cool. So check it out, all right? Let me get some pictures. I want to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is my project that I've been kind of working on. So when I showed you guys tonight the what do you call it, the Star Wars card, that's it. So it was just, I'm trying to get that stuff out, stainy edges, things like that. So I'll give you a follow-up. We'll look at it again tonight. We got to take it out. But here's the Pokemon cards I got. You see how bad that is? It was hard to even get a photograph of them because they were just like it was like really, really heavy. And these were the data that I got was they're called rail marks, and they happen in the process of making them. Like this whole pack was like messed up. There was a couple packs from my buddy Nathan sent me these, and they're just really messed up, you know? So like, here's the thing. I did my normal, my spray and holding it. And then let me get this table up, you guys. Sorry. One man show over here. So my buddy Nathan hit me up, said, "Hey, what do you do for Pokemon cards like this?" Where is it? Right there. And I said, well, probably just the norm, you know, probably like, and if you guys have been working on your Pokemon cards and working on getting dents out and trying to get them flat and all that stuff, it can be challenging, you know what I mean? Like each year they come out with like different, I've noticed that kind of like sports cards, the stock varies from year to year. And even though they've all been Pokemon for, 30 years or whatever, they will, different countries, different years, different sets, they'll have different materials. And some of them, man, I can get a dent out in like a night. Looks fantastic. And it's like, it's cool, right? You guys seen it and you're like, oh, and you guys do it. You know what I mean? But then there's other times where they just don't really budge. They're more metal and plastic and stuff like that. So then I find those sometimes hard. And then they'll curve, and you got to like use many days of like card spray where you can get like a lizard skin texture, and you're like, that's not what I'm going for. It's doable. So some just aren't as doable as others, period, on that point. But what I'm thinking, you guys, is I wanted to come up with something that at least give you a swinging chance at stuff like this. And because it's weird, like factory damage is way harder to get rid of than collector damage. Because I noticed that like when say you find an older Pokemon card with binder damage, like it was in the books we all used to have, and it's like bent like that, you can do spray and pads and they bounce back into place. But so I started working on these, man, and they were not budging for me. And I'm like, all right, well, what the heck else can we do? So what I did was I incorporated heat and pressure. So but here's what I get asked a lot. You got to know what's going on with the medium you're working with. And I've seen like a lot of heat treatments, people using heat and hot stuff on cards, irons, thermal pins, a lot of stuff. Now you got to be careful, guys, because plastic, and especially a super thin plastic like this, you could deform it, melt it, scar it, ruin it. It as low as probably 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So if anybody's out there using heat and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to find out real quick, So as always, I encourage anybody to work on your cards, have fun with them, enjoy them. But if you're going to use heat, you got to know what the heck you're doing. So rather than, doing, like I've seen a lot of people with thermal pins and heat pins working on little things. If you're a master with it, rock it, you know what I mean? But when it comes to stuff like this, I have always liked card care that's like painting with more of a broad brush rather than like real focused stuff. So like when it comes to heat, I would get nervous working on something with a hot little spot, like, because you mess up, man, it's over. But if you can, and I have no idea how hot the tips of these devices or things could be. So most of my customers and people that watch me are people that have like never even done this type of stuff before. So they're like, dude, I don't want to start off like on level 8, like what the heck do I need to do here, man, if I need to do anything? So like, number one, just do work on cheap stuff and have fun. Like this card's probably $5 like worth, but the fun value I get out of this, way more. I could do this with you guys. It's cool. But my point is, when it comes to something like this, I feel like using more of a gentle press over time to get something like this out makes more sense. So let me show you something. I want to get some pictures. I'm not done, but part of Wednesday Night Live is jumping in On projects I'm working on, and I like showing them to you guys. I've never been like much of a, let me keep my tray to and quiet or whatever. I always want to show people cool stuff, because if I can inspire you, I know there's a ton of awesome, smart artists out there that are going to keep on, raising the bar of great things you can do when it comes to like cleaning up, restoring your cards and such. So let me show you some stuff. Let me turn this thing around first. And I'm going to tell you a couple things. No, I think that practical processes like this are fun. So you guys know how I use my clips all the time. Let me tell you what I started doing here. So what I did was, I always use the clips to hold stuff like that. But as you guys can see, this thing is heavy in the middle. The problem's in the middle. And clips are going to hold it all around the edges nicely, but I need more pressure there, okay? I need more pressure there. So that's why you guys pick up a 2.5 pound weight. And here's another thing. You don't need to smash the shit out of cards. Don't do that. Just light retention. I use the analogy of like braces. Like you can't put on braces on crooked teeth and they're going to look good in 2 weeks. It takes a bit because you got to move it with respect, and there's more going on, and I feel the same way with our fun little pieces of plastic and paper here. So anyways, let me take a look here, and let me show you guys what I got going on. Sorry, I was just reading something that didn't really make sense to me. So anyways, let me move on here. So this is where we started, you guys, right? And this is where I'm at with one of them. And something that I want to be like real careful with is keeping the texture right. So which one is this? Let me show you guys this. Okay, so this is the red one that I'm working on, the red energy. And let me show you where we started here. So that's where I started. All right. And then when it came to where I'm at right now, I've been working on this one, and you guys can still see there's still some faint track marks there, if you can see it. But, and a little bit in the back. But here's the process I want to show you, because we're going to do something different here. Right now, you guys, the card's still a little bit damp because I did this. I'll just give it a quick spritz. Just a little bit, but this is the process I was doing. So the card is a little bit damp. A little bit more now. All right, and then when it comes to my next step, I'm going to show you the next step. Let me just put this one right here. But I want to show you the other card I'm working on. So this is what I want to show you next. All right, so what you're going to see here next is our card mats. And so the card mats, you guys, are very small right now because they've been warmed and pressed. And I took a tip from the comic book guys. So using controlled heat, using pressure, using the card mats. Now check this part out. All right, now look at it. It's flat too. You guys can see, right? We don't have any curve or any arc. And it was almost like opening up a little present. You guys see that? Now let me show you something real quick. I want to get my pictures up here. So this one is, we showed you the energy one. Now this is where we started with this one. I'm going to show you this card in a second, okay? So there's that. This is the one that we just opened up. This was the back of it. One more. It had those big track marks like the rest of them, okay? So this is what I've been doing. I'm going to show you a round of it. Look at this one. And you know what's cool? Do you guys see the back? it doesn't have a weird funky texture. And look at this. So this was my heat and pressure test. Pretty sweet, huh? So like, and let me show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing. So now I just took it out of there. Now what I wanna do is put it just between the plastic plates, and I'm gonna let this card just rest, okay? And I'm gonna show you how we did it. So hang tight, this will be cool. And this is just, so you guys, I can't answer questions like, hey, does this work on every single Pokemon card ever? I have no clue. But I can tell you this, and I'm gonna do this one too, we'll do this one. But here's what I want you to see the next step. So we're gonna go over to the heat press. So here's the heat press. And I've set the heat press to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's just like the comic book restoration guys use. So 135 degrees I'm cool with, okay? And I'm not gonna, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. So 135, you guys, what I'm saying is it won't melt the plastic, but it's enough to where I found through these practices so far that the constant low heat, 135 isn't very hot, considering we're 100, it's not super duper hot, but I feel like it's enough to make sure that the, at least in this process where it was able to compress the card, keep the integrity of it, like I still have the texture on it and stuff, and it doesn't have the big old track marks in it, and it doesn't look like it has lizard skin in it anymore. So I've never pressed a comic book before, but I like watching the comic book press videos, and they're cool, and it's just basically humidity and pressure and heat. And the thing was, I was afraid to use any sort of like heat guns or irons or anything like that, because I'm like, I don't even know how hot this stuff is. So that's why I was just like, I'm gonna stay away from that. But like what I've noticed is like we'll do one together and just use small backing board, and this one is the one where it's still not like perfect, right? But the nice part is it's a little damp because I spritzed the card with a little bit of card spray a few hours ago, and then we just did another one, and then I'll put it this was how I've been testing it, and then here I'll give you guys like a view here what I do. And I just wanted to keep it simple, because if somebody had like a super stubborn dent or something like that, and they're like, hey, should I use a heat gun or a heat pen or heat this or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, but I know that like if you use card mats and like a simple press and keep it at 135, I was doing it for 2 hours at a time, and it worked just fine, so that was my process on these, just my tests so far, so that was it. That was something that I was excited to show you guys, because I noticed that like if you use a ton of sprays and you have to keep on doing a card for days and days and days, ideally you don't want to have to, you know what I mean? Like some cards like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, they're real different, plasticky, thick, so like sometimes they can just handle a ton of card spray and stuff like that. But this, I figured, it's like when you get those metal Pokemons, like the full art cards, the V cards, the V Maxes, if you get one that's tacoed like that, I don't think there's really much you can do. So I just think a little bit of moisture, a little bit of just compression, seems fine. Seems fine to me. And it doesn't hurt the card or mess it up. You know what I mean? 135 is not very very hot. So what I'm doing is this just on these, because I'm just bringing you guys in on some tests. 2 hours I've been putting it in there, taking it out, flipping over, do another hour. I was just doing both sides, just freestyling and having fun, and just practicing some stuff. But I can tell you what, it's worked out pretty darn good so far. So I'll continue those practices. But thanks for asking me about that. And I also like to say thanks to my buddy Nathan for finding me those cards and sending them to me and saying, hey, try these out. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So if you guys are down for a couple more things, I got a couple quick things, but they're card polish things. I think it's these Jordan cards that I had sitting over here. I'd like to get a little bit of this residue off these if I can. So if you guys want to hang out for a couple more minutes, I got that, and then I want to take that Star Wars card out of the solution and see if we got any of the stains to go away, and then I'll dry it. All right, and then and all that good stuff. All right, so let me flip this around. We'll get back to work. And you guys, sorry if I haven't been able to answer everybody's questions tonight. I know I picked out a lot of stuff to do tonight. Maybe next week I'll pick out less, but you guys know if you send me a message, I'll always reply to you guys. And I appreciate everybody watching and hanging tonight. So this one, you guys, right here, I'm gonna leave this in just for a couple hours. And then last thing. So when it comes to when I'm done with that, I just kill the switch and just let it cool down by itself, and that's that. So, all right, cool. Let's get back to this, you guys, because what I just showed you, not difficult or anything, but it has a few steps. The stuff I'm going to show you next is fairly simple, pretty straightforward. But I like simple stuff too. So let me just take a look real quick. I just want to make sure our Star Wars card it looks bright yellow. I think it's working. All right, so we'll come back to that. And again, you guys, thanks everybody for being here tonight. Thanks for your commitment and just showing me cool stuff. And you guys push me to come up with cool card stuff, and I really enjoy that, And so, guys, this one right here, overall looked good to me. I just had, this was the one where I had stuff at the top of the card. See this penny sleeve? See the junk at the top? It's like something got in the top. So that, and then I got left with I can see it's on there. It looks like some sort of stuff. I have my, where is it? I'm looking for my applicator. It looks like something that I could wipe off, you guys. So what I want to do is try to get whatever it is out of there. Yeah, hold on one second. So for stuff like this, you guys, it's either card spray or card polish will typically get residues off. But if it seems crunchy and rock hard, don't scratch at it or pick at it, okay? So just when you get into here, what I like to do is just put a penny sleeve over there. So here's an easy thing to do, guys, if you're new to working on cards. Careful with your non-cleaning hand. Don't get nervous and death grip it, because there'll be times where you could do that. Then you look and you put what do you call it? Nail marks into your card. So just have a light hand. Everything I'm doing is light. Look at this. See that? I barely even touched it. But don't scrub. Just a gentle kind of upwards motion. That's good. That is good. I think that worked, you guys. Hold on. I'm getting another angle. 1 second. Okay, pretty good, you guys. I have looks like it appears to be a little sticky. You see that? So remember, if it's something that seems a little sticky, put a little card polish on it. That will usually do it. And I just want to just hit the top of it right here. And we can do the whole card, of course, but I just wanted to see if I could get whatever this is to go away. Oh, that was the ticket. That was it. Check this out. That's better. That's really nice. Because these foil cards, you guys, are chipped like crazy. And I really thought this one, I scored on this one because I don't see a lot of, I hate stuff I can't fix, you know what I mean? Oh, we got it all over the back too, I forgot. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. Yeah, whatever. Look at, always hold up your stuff under some good lights too, you guys, if you're going to work on them. It's easy for like, and it's like you say, think to yourself, all right, it's only a card that's this big. How could I miss something? I don't know. I miss stuff too, but it's just like these little things. You look at them on a few different angles, and especially when it comes to like sticky stuff. But I think this should work. Hell yeah. Look at this. I still got a little bit in there. Hold on. I can do better. Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you guys this. You know how, like, I know everybody's got like a million things probably going on in their normal life and then try to stay up on certain things. But if you guys, I'm happy about this, so I hope you are too. I have a thing, a new spot on my website, and it's even posted on my social channels called the Monthly Recap. Because you know how, like, we'll do sports cards and then gaming cards, and sometimes you might be like, how do I keep track of all this? The Monthly Recap, you guys, is basically like a kind of like a glossary that you can click on anything that we did in the last month, customer feedback, results, all kinds of cool stuff, enter the giveaways that we do. So if you guys have, if you guys want to check that out, it's on my website and it's called the Monthly Recap. So if you just wanted like a quick place to go, a quick place just to go find everything, all right? I got a quick question here. It said, any update from last week's live show where you were going to compare removing dents from the Chrome vs. Prism? Yes, I posted it. It's on Instagram. So I had the before and after pictures. And if you guys want to take a look at them, I have them up on Instagram. I got nice results on all of them, but they all still had like a little pinch. I'm actually scrolling through some pictures right now while you say that, because take a look at it. It's a good process, but it will. It's a good process, but it still. I couldn't get. I got one of these. No, never mind. I thought I had one sitting around here on my table. I could get them all the way down except for like one little tick mark in them, so it was hard to get them all the way out. But the pictures, I put the pictures up, and I did good pictures of them. All right. So then, all right, that's better. That's cool. So you guys, that was anything that I run into sticky, my card polish will pull it off pretty quickly. All right. So there we go. And let's see, I got one more, if you guys don't mind. I just want to put this one away because I like this one a lot. Let me just move this. So I just got another quick touch up, you guys, and then we will do, I want to remove the Luke Skywalker sticker, all right? And we'll see how we did. But yeah, I appreciate you asking about that last week's show, the dents. It's like they went down tremendously, but I feel like every single time, I wish I could have one of those things around here. Where is it? You'll see it. But the point is, let me focus real quick, you guys. I got some I don't want to scratch this thing. Again, it looks like this was one of those too where it had crap inside the penny sleeve. So I feel like something was stuck into it or rub it, because look, it almost looks, I can see some of it on Jordan's jersey and then by his elbow. So gentle, don't scrub, that's the worst part. It's like when you ever have some sort of dry, crunchy substance on a card, don't pick at it or scratch at it, even though it's like the first thing you think of. Just, I'll touch it and get it a little bit damp. And then hopefully it just goes away. Check it out. It was dirty. You guys are the best, man. And thanks for everybody for being here tonight. I appreciate you guys. And hope your springtime is going well too. I just want to, sorry guys, I'm just focused on this real quick. It's like I cleaned that spot off, but I can still see like it's almost like when you have ranch dressing on your jeans, like you can wipe the ranch off, but you got that little oily spot. There's still like a little oily spot. All right, so now you guys, I have that looking good. I don't have that on there anymore. All right, cool. That looks good. All right, so now we got my Jordans clean. Let's get this out of here. And I also want to grab my final card here, the first one we started working on. I just want to move this out of the way. And thanks everybody again for joining me tonight. And I'll show you the updates from the stuff that we worked on as soon as I can. And what I want to look at in here, guys, is just like kind of the issues that we started with. So what I want to do is, this is something that I'll do, you know, when I'm not making a video or have a live or whatever. I'll just be here when I'm doing it before, like a project like this. I'll always want to look at my pictures to see if I'm like making some progress. So like, especially like on a soaking project like this, like I just want to basically touch the card. Daryl, are you a hater? I think we got a hater in here. Somebody is it Daryl? You did you come here to like try to deter people from wanting to use my stuff? Wrong show, dude. But thanks for your feedback, buddy. So, anyways, I think that Daryl's adios. See you, Daryl. Bye, Daryl. You can have your own live show, Daryl, and we'll come watch it, okay, buddy? With your $20 pen cleaner you're talking about. See ya, Daryl. Don't be a Daryl, you guys, or I'll just block you, and you can't watch any cool card care stuff anymore. But you can complain about it somewhere if you want. All right, so see ya, Daryl. But look it. So let me show you this. Pictures. So this is where I started, you guys. So for my Star Wars fans of vintage stickers, I get pictures sent to me with like these stains and stuff around them. You know? And so tonight, when we started, I just want to see if we could get those out. And I think we did a pretty darn good job. But the last thing I want to do, and after you do a card soak like this, the last thing I like to do is get a little bit of one of my applicators and just gently kind of wipe over those stains. I think any work we can do while the card is under spray is usually a big help. And I'm going to take it out here in a moment. But that's usually, yeah, I know it is weird that, because I had somebody say, how did you know stickers would stay intact after like a card soak? And I said, well, I just tried, and I can't say every single one will, but that's why I like to test on stuff like this. I just have one little spot, you guys. I'm kind of like tweaking with like it's that little spot right there. So 1 second. I don't want to bust off the paint, but I just wonder if I can remove it. And then I just had that kind of like that moldy stuff kind of growing where like the sticker is. So we'll see how good we can do. All right. So let me get this thing out of here, you guys, and we'll dry it. And look at, it was dirty. Look at the color. They do pick up some growtiness over the years, that's for sure. And this card was given to me by my lifelong dear friend Mike. He collected these, and he saved them all. And he said, you can have them. So I gladly took a big box. It was all 76 football cards, 76, 77, 78. No Walter Paytons. I looked. But there was a bunch of cool stuff like this. And I like these. So let me get this thing, you guys, ready to dry for the night. And what I'm going to do is I want to dry both sides pretty well, okay? All right, so tap dry both sides. Check. Now, I don't want the card sitting and getting wet, or sitting in its like own like wet all night. I want to change this a couple times because I'm going to have to change it because I have a Pokemon card in the heat press. So I'll change this chamois out probably, let's see, it's 11, probably once or twice before midnight, because it's going to pull out a bunch of moisture real quick. But I'm not going to put a chamois on the front because I don't need to. I want to pull it all out the back, all right? So I'm going to put that like that. And I am going to change, like I said, I'm going to change that chamois probably twice in the next hour. And then I'm going to leave one on there all night behind it, and it will just be good, and it will stay like that, all right? The dry time for the sticker, Scuba Flex asked a good question. I bet you I'll have this sticker dry by tomorrow. Probably by, it depends on how fast you change these. So if you change those, like if I wake up tomorrow morning, and I come downstairs, I'll change that chamois out. And then the card will probably be close to dry by the morning because I'm going to change this twice in the next hour. And then by the morning, it'll probably be pretty close to dry, and then I'll change it again. And then even like I'll try to catch that card right before it's totally dry, and I'll just go back to 2 black mats and hold it nice and flat between the 2 black mats. It should look pretty good. And I think that we'll get some of that staining out of there. I got to say, it's my first time ever soaking a 76 Star Wars sticker or 77 Star Wars sticker, but I assumed based on the way it's built, like wrestling stickers from that era, and then, you know, fast forward into the 80s, like the basketball stickers and the Garbage Pail Kids and all that stuff. I figured it would be just fine, and it looks like it's just fine. All right, so we did a lot of stuff here tonight, man. I hope that I just blink and an hour goes by, but I hope you guys that tonight was cool, and I appreciate everybody hanging and watching. And I'm just looking up at my messages. I'm sorry if I missed anything. I swear, sometimes I start these, and I will say, all right, I'm only going to do 2 cards tonight, so I can try to like answer as many questions as I can. And then I just start stacking them up. I'm like, no, gotta do this. So thanks for rolling with me. It's a little shot inside my brain of like the things I'm like thinking about or working on and stuff like that. And big shout out to all my customers and supporters out there, you guys. Sincerely, I couldn't do it without you. And I just always thank you for giving me the best job in the world, man. So thanks for trusting our products and being, you know, just the greatest people to ever work for. So appreciate you big time. And I owe you guys some follow-up. So like, I'll show you along the Pokemon stuff. You know, it was fun to, I've never used a lot of heat. And like I said, I don't like local heat, like the little pieces of heat. For me personally, you guys do whatever you want. But I feel more comfortable with like simple process, like 135 close. Like that's easy for me because I can keep doing it, you know, rather than like some stuff. And just be comfortable that some stuff just isn't going to change on you. You know what I mean? But you know, for all the stuff that you can take care of, I encourage you to. And remember, man, take care of yourself. Please take care of your cards. And a reminder, PSA for everybody. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon.